We have a very crazy person running our country right now. Like standing in the intersection loudly talking to himself crazy. The blowhard and a snowflake. He's a blowflake is what he is. He should change the hats to say "Make America Wine Again," Mawa. But cut out the part where he makes fun of me at the Oscars. Then he mashes out the message with his thumb nubs and hits. It's like our country's being run by the maniac from Saw. You know that Donald Jigsaw Trump is running this.
Picture this, a late-night TV host, a grumpy ex-president, and a plan to relocate 2 million people. Sounds like the start of a bad joke, right? Well, it's just another day in Trump's America.
Plan for Gaza, which is to relocate everyone who lives there permanently. He would remove the almost 2 million Palestinians who live there.
Kimmel took this ridiculous scenario and turned it into comedy gold, leaving Trump fuming and Twitter buzzing. Get ready for a story that's stranger than fiction. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever wonder what happens when a late night host decides to cook up a spicy dish of political humor? Well, Jimmy Kimmel just served up a Trump roast so hot, it might have set off the studio's smoke alarms. Kimmel took Trump's Gaza plan and tossed it on the grill, comparing it to one of those fancy Trump real estate projects that never quite make it past the coming soon sign.
No one thought to give them a pickleball court. Everything, no matter what the crisis may be, everything always comes back to real estate with him.
But that was just the appetizer. As the night went on, Kimmel's jokes got spicier than a ghost pepper challenge.
We have a very crazy person running our country right now. Like standing in the intersection loudly talking to himself crazy.
The audience was eating it up like it was comedy night at their favorite club. They were laughing so hard you'd think Kimmel was handing out free tickets to a Trump-free America. Every zinger hit harder than the last, with Kimmel calling Trump everything from Grumpy Trumpy to Donnie Diapers. It was like watching a comedy chef work his magic in the kitchen of political satire.
The States was so upset about my jokes that I made about him, he directed his staffers at the White House to call Disney. It's like our country's being run by the maniac from Saw. You know that Donald Jigsaw Trump is running this.
Kimmel wasn't done yet. He went after Trump's hair, saying it looked like a rebellious scalp trying to escape from his head. The crowd was howling, probably picturing Trump's famous coif making a run for it in the middle of the night. Then came the main course, Kimmel's most savage joke of the night. He said Trump's skin is so orange, even his spray tan wants to sue for copyright infringement. The audience lost it.
The blowhard and a snowflake. He's a blowflake is what he is. He should change the hats to say "Make America Wine Again," Mawa. Too. The fact of the matter is, this is a dangerous person. This is a stupid person. And that's a bad combination.
You could practically hear the laughter echoing all the way to Mar-a-Lago. Kimmel didn't stop there. He turned his attention to Trump's diet, suggesting that maybe if the former president ate more veggies, he'd be less of a bad boy. It's like Kimmel was trying to parent the 77-year-old, telling him to eat his greens or no dessert. The image of Trump pouting over a plate of broccoli probably had the audience in stitches. But here's the kicker. Kimmel didn't just throw out random jokes. He mixed his humor with some real talk, blending laughs with legit criticism. It's like he found the perfect recipe for political comedy. 2 cups of jokes, a tablespoon of truth, and a pinch of "oh no he didn't." While Kimmel was busy roasting Trump to a crisp, the former president was cooking up a storm of his own. At first, there was silence. But we all know Trump can't keep his mouth shut for long, especially when his ego's been bruised. Soon enough, Trump's fingers were flying faster than a short-order cook flipping burgers.
I think that it would be so un-American if he were to come after people who are speaking out against him. Federal equal time rule to declare that anti-Trump material broadcast by Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and others was somehow illegal.
His tweets started pouring out, each one more unhinged than the last. It was like watching a toddler have a meltdown in the cereal aisle, but with more typos and less self-awareness. Trump's first jab at Kimmel, calling him unfunny and failing.
But cut out the part where he makes fun of me at the Oscars. Then he mashes out the message with his thumb nubs and hits.
Kimmel's a loser. Look, we would do Jimmy Kimmel. I'd do Jimmy Kimmel. I did him a lot.
Real creative, Donnie. It's like he rated a middle schooler's insult playbook. But wait, there's more. Trump being Trump couldn't resist dragging TV ratings into the mix. He tweeted, "Jimmy Kimmel is a loser whose ratings are so low, you need a microscope to see them. Looks like someone's still obsessed with size, huh?" As Trump's tweet count kept rising, his loyal supporters rallied around him like seagulls fighting over a discarded French fry.
There's probably no late-night host who gets under Donald Trump's skin more than Jimmy Kimmel. In part 2 of my sit-down interview with the comedian, he talked about that.
I swear, I hear from Donald Trump more than I hear from most of my uncles. And the funniest part is, Trump thinks I don't like this. He thinks but I love this.
It was a sight to behold. A flock of MAGA hats squawking and flapping over every 280-character nugget their leader dropped. Meanwhile, Trump's critics were having a field day. They treated his Twitter tantrum like it was comedy gold.
Santa Claus got up bright and early to post 165 venomous words about yours truly. And I'd like to go through that. Sounds like things are solid at home. You said 2 times, you said.
Proof that Kimmel had struck a nerve. It was like watching a real-time roast battle, except one side didn't realize they were the punchline.
He tried to pressure Disney because of your jokes.
He believes CBS should have their license revoked. Stiff workers out of overtime to launch his, I don't know, maybe 15th attack on me for making fun of him at the Oscars.
But the cherry on top of this tweet Sunday? Trump comparing himself to Honest Abe. That's right, folks. In a moment of pure, unfiltered Trump, he declared, "I'm the greatest president in history, maybe ever. Move over, Lincoln. There's a new rail splitter in town and he's got a comb over." Well, folks, it looks like our late-night comedy champ has scored another knockout in this battle of wits. Poor Trump's probably nursing his bruised ego with a bucket of KFC right now. But hey, maybe if he learned to laugh at himself a little, he wouldn't be such an easy target. I mean, come on, even presidents need to lighten up sometimes, right?
Me in. The report says at least 2 calls were made from the Trump White House to, quote, convey the president's anger regarding Kimmel's monologues. Late-night comedians for giving illegal campaign contributions to the Democratic Party in the form of jokes and on-air satire.
As the saying goes, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, or in Trump's case, maybe stay away from Twitter. But let's not forget the silver lining here. As one wise guy pointed out, sometimes the best way to deal with the absurdities of politics is to find the humor in it all.
I'm an optimistic person. I'm not hysterical. I laugh when people say, "Oh, you've got Trump derangement syndrome."
So next time you're feeling stressed about the state of the world, just remember, a good laugh might be the best medicine. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see Trump and Kimmel sharing a chuckle over Kufef.